Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Washington Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. This has been a disappointment all the way around. Everybody thought this team was going to be terrific. Ranked in the top 25 to start the season, getting off to an 0-3 start has been shocking, but he continues to believe they have talent. It only takes one game to right the ship, and that starts today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back.
Right, here we go.
Williams throws to the wideout. It's complete. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
The Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Williams looking for a man. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Quickly out to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Williams. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Here's a give to Washington. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, this this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quick give. It's Hawkins. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear. First down at the 37.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup with the defense. Jesse, they better get...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Ohio State. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Here's a give to Washington.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Play fake, Williams. The throw. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Escapes the pressure going right. Got it! Touchdown, Washington! Once he got some room, it was over.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. They'll need a bunch on second down. They want to throw it. They're all over him. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he'll just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Finds his target. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Going to try to get it himself. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right side, it's Johnson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Breaks it. Got enough space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye!
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Fires left. That's caught. It's Smith. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw one first. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. Good gain on the return, and this defense set them up with a big play. 3 tight ends in the formation. formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Washington. He's past the sticks. Flying down the left side. The tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Stepping to the right. On the move at the 30. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! And they got him.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Back to throw time, running short in the half. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Though there are some notable exceptions, typically great pass rushers aren't nose tackles, but that was a great pass rush.
They're not nose tackles usually, those great pass rushes, but they are grown men. I mean, those are some adults in there. Those are the 300-plus pounders.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So an 82-yard drive there, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback changing the play. Under pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Throwing, Williams. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Williams will pass. Complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Hits inside. It's Smith. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The whistle sounded, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left. Now to see if they can score before the half. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 4 team, the USC Trojans.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Trying to set the tone with the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Williams on the play fake. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. It's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Looking for a crease to the left. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Runs through a man, he might have some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break.
Fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Napier. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Deep in the end zone, it's Cross. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Right side, it's Jackson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. On target over the middle. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeps it moving, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass on second down. Rush is on. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. Needs it here on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll start on the ground with Washington. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Still looking to his right. He's open on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Making the adjustment. Hands it off. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll move the tight end. Here's a give to Washington. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's Williams to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Third and long right here. Running inside. It's Smith. He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on 4th down. 4th down, Williams. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Makes it headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. He's got it down the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Drops back on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Crosses the 30. He's got away. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going.
Touchdown, Buckeye! Gets it into the end zone. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. They're going to ride this running back.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Washington. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Ohio State calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback will just drop